Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today you find me at Kingley Vale, just north of Chichester. So it's a bit of a damp or potentially damp day here, and I thought the best place to come if there is the chance of rain would be to a coniferous forest, which this is. If you've not heard of Kingley Vale, which I don't expect you to, it's not a massively popular place to visit, although saying that, this is a Sunday that I'm filming this on, and kind of thought I wouldn't have a problem getting a parking space in this relatively small car park, but as you can see, pretty full. And yeah, the car park I'm using is the Weststoke car park. Previously filmed a video here and was up at Devil's Humps on the other side of the hill, and accessed that via the Stoughton car park, but ran out of time on that day to film the yew forest. So just gonna have a stop and have a look at this tree here. Oh yeah, pretty epic. We're gonna head in that direction. So as soon as you get into the Kingley Park or Kingley Vale Park area, you start coming across these monster yew trees. I'll find some more as we sort of venture into the park. So the yew trees here are supposedly some of the oldest in Europe. It's very difficult to age a yew tree because the yew doesn't have the rings in the trunk like a traditional tree. It actually rots from the inside out, so it's very difficult to definitively age them. But they say they're approximately 2,000 years old. Just want to take this opportunity to apologise because I did forget my gimbal, and so I'm going to have to be careful how I take these shots, because otherwise you're just going to have a shaky footage all the way through. So we'll head on in and see if we can find some more. Just about to walk off and I noticed this tagging of the tree. If you could put down in the comments what you think this is used for. Another giant here, sort of leant over. Interestingly, the legend about this area is that this was a site of a battle between the Saxons and the Vikings, and each one of these trees is the place where a Viking soldier was slain. And kind of see where that would come from when you get these sort of trees falling over just like that. I'm going to have a look to see if we can see inside it. Yeah, that's it. As you can see, the inside of the tree rots out or dies off before the outside. So a good example of that. So I come across a little sign here, and it's saying this grouping of trees next to me is some of the oldest in the forest. Again, very difficult to age. Certainly not as big as some of the other ones, but that is a very old one there, isn't it? So I think this is going to be a long video because there's so much to see here. Just stopped here because a bit like the black ribbon on the yew tree back there, there is an offering that's been made to this yew, and this is, I don't know whether it's natural, it's been drawn on, but it almost looks like the fork of Satan, a satanic symbol, and yeah, some chalk on there, so I would imagine it is. It's quite a beautiful little grove down here. Again, more sort of signs of hollowed out trees. So far I've been lucky with the weather. Thought if it was going to rain today, at least I'd have the shelter of these trees to keep some of the water off me, but so far so good. Again, just shocked by the size of these trees. They're just absolutely massive. It's also fascinating with all the different colours of the barks. The reds, the greens, the browns. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So it's quite rare to see these trees out and about, because these trees are poisonous. The leaves and the bark are all poisonous. They do bear a fruit, a berry, which, if consumed in small quantities, isn't poisonous, and is supposedly a cure for a well-known disease or ailment. I won't mention it because I'll probably get this video stricken off YouTube for making that suggestion, but look it up yourself. So gonna head off in that direction. Really don't think my camera can do these trees justice. Just amazing the way that the branches sort of fold over, almost like a spider's web, and then you've got these amazing red colours popping out. And the yew tree has been associated with the Druids. Also another favourite of the Druids in ancient forests is holly. The holly tree is where we get the name Hollywood from. It looks like I'm on the yew tree trail, so I'm going to head off in that direction. So one of the other uses for the yew tree is the making of bows. You can see here why they'd be quite a good tree for making a bow, with these branches shooting up, and they can obviously be coppiced and sort of regrow back. So as much as you're still taking from the tree, you're not hurting the tree in its entirety. As I said before, the rest of it just looks like a spider's web. So the path diverges here. I'm going to head out into this field here and have a look. Looks like there's another sign over there to have a look at. I'm going to head off in that direction, see what's going on. As you can tell, it has been raining, so it is extremely muddy. Got my trusty umbrella with me to try and keep me upright should I get into the slippery stuff. So it really opens up here. This is the bowl on the eastern side of the Devil's Humps. Not going to be able to see them, but they're up there approximately. There. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you do subscribe and then just go back into my videos, you'll see one from the Devil's Humps. Seem to be destined to come here on a slightly worse day. The last time I came here it wasn't raining, but it was very foggy. So it's indicating there's a dew pond here. Oh, there it is. Interesting. Some form of structure there as well. Ah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, very slippery. So, looks like most people are heading off in that direction, and I said that will take me to the Devil's Humps, but I think I'm going to go that way, because I've been to the Devil's Humps but haven't had a chance to have a look at the full yew forest, and that looks very forest-like. Also, one thing to mention if you are coming to this area is that this area was used by the army to practice. So this was a shooting range, and the army were firing into the side of the hill there. So this place is littered with unused rounds. The army did come in the 90s and try and metal detect as much as they could and remove shells and bullet casings. But if you see something that looks like a weapon or this disused round or something, don't touch it, just get in touch with the authorities. So I've entered the forest up the side of the hill, and just wandering through it now. Feels very foreign in here. Obviously the camera has adjusted and my eyes now have adjusted to the light levels in here, but it's dark when you've been out in the sunshine. Coming here, it is a very strange experience. Feels like you're on the set of a film, something like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. I'm sure there are yew forests elsewhere, but in Sussex I don't know of any other yew forests, not to this size anyway and depth. Amazing to see. So as I said previously, this was used as a firing range for the army. Probably one of the keys to its survival. If there's unused shells and rounds, it's not going to be very good for farmland. So, and luckily by the time it got cleared of all of the weaponry, it managed to survive the farming. So I've reached the Devil's humps or bumps, and I'm not going to try and walk you through this because it is extremely windy, and I've done a separate video on this. But there's 2 there and some more over there in that direction. But yeah, if you want to check out the channel and see those in a separate video, I'll put some of the views in, but you won't be able to hear me because it will be blowing a gale up there. So and then I'm going to head back down on the southern side of the coombe. So this is the LiDAR imagery of the humps featured in the document you can get online, Secrets of the Woods, and a depiction of what they thought the humps would have looked like when they were made. And this is where we started out. My last video, I started out on that one. Interesting to see the Monarch's Way cutting through here as well. Now, I'm going to head back down the hill. So I've made it back to the bottom, and this is the visitor centre. Didn't film when I got here before because there's lots of people around, children, very busy. But ironically, this is the path that I did follow, past the dew pond and up, along and back round. So unintentionally, I followed the right path. So just whilst we're looking at the map, on my video to Devil's Humps, I started off here. And in this area here there is some mountain bike tracks, so if you're into cycling I'd definitely recommend taking a visit over there. So nice little bench there with a message on there: the nightingale sings all night long and the cold crystal moon looks down and the yew tree spreads out its giant arms over the sleepers. By Oscar Wilde, who used to live in Worthing, so I don't know whether he visited this area when he was living down this way. So this is the visitor centre. Showing you all the birds and wildlife you can see in the area. On both visits I have seen deer, so definitely going to see that. Right, I'll head back to the car and I'll finish the video when we get back to the car. So I'm back to the car now, and just thought I would try and make myself a coffee before heading back. Just put some, it's actually a mocha, into the hydro flask. Just one of these Nescafe mochas there. I built the penny stove on off the back of watching a video on YouTube, so thank you for that person that made that video, and I've documented that on one of my other channels, so if you wanted to go ahead and have a look at that, you can. Not sure how successful it's going to be. You should boil the water within about sort of 4 or 5 minutes time, but I just thought I'd take this moment to say thank you for watching. I keep saying thank you for watching, but to be honest, if you weren't watching, it wouldn't get me out into these places. I probably would have stayed at home and had a very sort of dull day, and it was a definite experience to go to the Yew Forest. I'd recommend it to anyone, whether you've got kids or not, to pop down to the Yew Forest, and you definitely would enjoy the day out. So yeah, if you could like and subscribe, it will help me to make more videos like this. And as I said in my channel update video, I now have a buy me a coffee, so if you did want to help out with the channel, you can help out financially that way. With the price of fuel going up due to the current global situation, it's going to limit what I can do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.